Hello YouTube. I just watched a video on here about a woman who was just diagnosed with PCOS, basically the condition I do, that I have. I was diagnosed around 16, so it's an early-ish diagnosis. I'm going to tell you my story. Okay, so I'm a teenager, around 12, 13, when all the other teenage girls were meant to be having their periods, and I didn't get mine. I just thought I was just a late bloomer, because I was still big back then, thinner than I am now, but still big. So I thought it must be something to do with my weight. I already heard about all these periods being late and being a late bloomer. Well, because my boobs were late as well. I didn't have these gorgeous things for a good long while. But Mum noticed something with me. She sat me down and says, "Emily, have you had your period? Have you started your periods yet?" Because I was still living at home back then and I didn't request any pads. And so I said, "No, not yet. I'm just a late bloomer." Then I got to about 16. And I did have one period that year I was 16, but it was only spotting. It wasn't a full-on period that I can remember. And so my mum, I remember being in the car, driving to the doctor's, because this is what me and my mum used to do when we had like pre-meetings before going to the doctor's or something, about what the doctor might say. And she says to me, "This is a real concern, you're not having a period, because you have to get rid of the blood somewhere." So we went to the doctors and they looked at me and I told them everything, like I haven't had a period, it felt like forever, and I'm 16 years old. And they were like concerned, like really concerned, because like I said, I'm 16 and I should have at least started my period by then. But I only had like spotting that I can remember. So the doctor referred me to the hospital to get an ultrasound. And by gum, the ultrasound. Well, having the ultrasound done was cold, because I have to use the cream and everything, like you're pregnant. But before the ultrasound, you had to drink so much water that you are fit to bursting with that water. Because the fuller the bladder, the better. So I had to drink, you know how the bottles of Fanta come in? I had to drink like 4 of them before I had my ultrasound, and it was just water I was drinking. I wasn't drinking any pop or anything, it was just water. And I had to wait for my appointment as well, so I was like, I need the toilet. But my mum was like, but they said in the letter that the fuller the bladder, the better the ultrasound will be. So then I actually had to pace to stop myself from going to the toilet. Then they sat me on the bed. I lowered my leggings, and they did the ultrasound on my stomach. It was cold. Well, it wasn't on my stomach, it was on my vagina. And they did the buttons on the thing and everything. The closest I'm ever going to get you an ultrasound, I tell you. And then it says, okay, we'll contact your doctor with the results, and they'll contact you to come back in. Well, to see them, to get the results. It's like, okay. So I got dressed, ran straight to the toilet because they told me where the toilet was, because they do that to everyone that goes through the ultrasound, like, that is the toilet, because they'll need the toilet as soon as they're finished. And so on the way back from the doctor, from the ultrasound, I was panicking, I was scared, and I didn't know what this meant. I still don't some days. Some days I still need to research what PCOS is. But I wasn't officially diagnosed yet. But it was a good reason why I wasn't getting my period ever. And of my hair here and my hair on my chest and the deeper tone of my voice is because of it. And there'd be a slim chance of me having a baby. And so then I went to the doctors for the results, and it was and is PCOS. I don't get it where the cysts burst or anything. I get it where I get hair on my chin, on my chest, the voice thing, and then regular periods, and the difficulty to lose weight. That's the way I've got my PCOS. For instance, I've not had a period since September of last year. So I can go years without having a period even once. The only reason I knew I had a period then was I was at my ex's house, and I was bleeding and I was freaking out, and I was like, I was not expecting this. So I had to use toilet roll, like the homemade pads you can make yourself, which is with the toilet rolls wrapped around the underwear, until I could go to the shops the next day and bought some pads. The Poundland ones, because I couldn't afford anything else. But I was freaking out. I've got loads of pads now, just in case. But I can go, like I said, I can go years without a single period. I remember when I broke up from Adam for those 4 years, not a single one. But the danger of that is when you do have sex, unprotected sex with someone, you don't know if you're going to be pregnant or not, with your periods being irregular like they are with your PCOS. So yeah. So that's my story of coming down with PCOS. And I'm never going to get cured from it, I don't think. But I have tried the medication for it, which is called metformin. But basically, that metformin can be taken for diabetes as well. But I have thought about that. And I have tried that, actually, the metformin. But it makes you go to the toilet. It gives you diarrhea, basically. I'm being frank here. It gives you diarrhea. But it helps you lose weight. And it makes the hair less. But I don't want to have diarrhea again, because I'm sick of it. Because you're up and down every 5 minutes going to the toilet, and I hate it. I don't know if you can combine that with an anti-diarrhea medication, because the point of having the metformin is for you to lose weight. And I don't know if the doctors will allow you to take the metformin and then an anti-diarrhea medication at the same time to stop you having diarrhea, because that's the result of metformin. I don't know. But that's my story of how I got my PCOS and how I struggle with it. In the beginning, when I was on TikTok, I wanted to support it, and it was halfway. Actually, I've been with TikTok for a year when I wanted, because I was with my fiance back then. He didn't care what I looked like. He thought I looked sexy anyway. So I decided to, for at least 2 months, grow out my beard. And I hated it. Honestly, I hated it. I looked so much like a bloke. I looked like my brother. And when he got his, because because it goes so bushy and black, my beard. So that's why I shave it every week, because I don't, I can't be brave in that way, with, like, you hear about the other women who have PCOS and they embrace it and they don't shave it. I have to, because if I want a boyfriend now, they won't like that I'm embracing I've got a beard. They'll think I'm a bloke, and I don't want that. I am a woman. I've had that on TikTok as well. Am I a bloke? When it's just my PCOS, because I forget to shave that one day. So the people out there that embrace it, I put my hat off to you. You're brave. I'm not. I couldn't do that with my PCOS. I struggle. I'm sorry for being frank, but I wanted to post my story out there of my PCOS story and my struggle with PCOS every day. I might do another video about my autism, but for right now, this is my PCOS story.